Whoop. 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 Whoop.
Say, we got it.
Take 3, baby.
Take 3. Jesus, Lord help us.
I know.
Oh my God. Okay, but I'm happy because my nose is kind of clearing up. I don't know if your tea is helping you, but it better be.
The tea better be teaing, man. Fuck.
Goddamn.
That
All
was really
right.
aggressive.
Welcome to our 8th episode. This is our 3rd time recording this because we are both sick-ish.
Yeah, we worn out, girl. Life just is hard out here, bro.
Life really
Yeah. And now we're both sick.
Yeah.
So this is take 3 because we
3.
decided to pivot on our topic. Do you like my move? How's your MMA, by the way? Sorry.
Oh my God, I forgot. Yeah, the MMA was so cool. Like, I didn't think I would like it, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think I realized I like the sporting culture. Well, I don't really care to see it on TV, but I really like seeing or like experiencing it, and then also just like being in the whole vibe of watching.
I think it's the energy.
You know?
Like when I watched the Laker game, same thing. It was
right?
the vibe, the energy.
It's so fun. Like when everyone is hyped up, it's kind of like going to a concert, actually. It's the same vibe. Like everyone's so pumped. Everyone's kind of like, not necessarily happy, but just high energy. I kind of miss that because especially during COVID and stuff like that, everyone is so low energy and coming out of it low energy that like when I go to high, and maybe that's also why I like clubs as well, because it's so like high energy. Anyway, I saw a guy knock someone out. It was so fun. I loved it. That was like my favorite part.
Really? They did like, do they ever wake up after? They do, right?
They do. But like,
they're like,
it was literally like a full on, because you know when you throw a punch, they'll like get hit and everything, but they'll come back and like fight back and stuff like that. But a full on flat out knockout where they just
and they're like, night night.
Yeah. They just drop.
Bye.
It's crazy. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's such a weird sight. Yeah. But also I think what I liked about it is like the fans. It is true though, MMA fans are a bit more aggressive, I think, because they didn't sell alcohol. Yeah,
because I think if they did, it would be more rowdy.
Yeah, I think it was like a strategy thing, just because they didn't want anyone to throw hands, you know, because like, what if the supporters of this guy, you know, hated the supporters of this guy, whatever, and then they start. It already happens in soccer, so you know. But yeah, it was super fun. I highly recommend.
You guys look like you're really close.
We were really close. We got the cage seats, the splash zone, if you will. It was really fun. You got to see like all the guys. You know how I'm not sure if they do it in other sports, probably. I'm not very sporty, as you could tell. But I was like right by the people who was constantly editing, like who had to fight each other next. You know?
Oh, like scoring, exactly. Or like that table, the table of like
exactly.
people on their computers,
and they were like
and stuff,
like chatting to each other, and also like we saw some important looking people of the event, not necessarily like celebrities or anything like that, but just like, I don't know, managers or something of the event and all that. It was pretty fun. Yeah,
it was fun. I'm glad you had fun.
Thank you. What did you do last weekend?
Damn, I can't even remember. Not gonna lie. What was last weekend? Oh, I can't remember, honestly.
Did you work? No, that was last weekend.
That was last weekend, yeah. Oh. Wait, where am I? What's today?
Today is 16.
Oh, I had we did Auntie Joyce's bridesmaid thing on Saturday.
You're right. How was that?
Sorry, I have to cough. Sorry. It's less phlegmy though, my cough.
That's good.
So we were supposed to go to a tea room, but they had double booked. It was very disappointing, very
Oh wow, I
frustrating.
hate it when they do that.
Yeah, so we ended up heading to like a Peruvian spot next door. It was really good.
Yum.
We walked around Crate and Barrel. I had to call your sister because I totally forgot. She texted me last week, right, with something. And then I read it and I was like, oh, I'll get back to her later because I was like at work. And then I never got back to her. And then my mom called me on Saturday. She goes, did you talk to Mio? And I'm like, oh, I'm like, I'll call you back.
About what?
And
Her going to LA?
her hand, no, her
Oh,
hand
her
hurt.
hand.
Yeah, it's been
What do
hurting
you think
her.
it is?
I think it's has to do with how she's on her computer. Because so if you're like this, of course, on your computer, scrunched up, editing like this, and this is in this position for an extended period of time, or basically this is not being supported. Like let's say if you're typing on a desk, you're using a desk, this is supported, right? But if it's not being supported and it's like this, it's gonna hurt. Like even me right now, just sitting like this, it's pinching here. And it's because I had the same problem when I first started working.
Okay.
Because our computers, the way they were set up is I was typing like almost like this.
Like
this.
Why?
Because it was fucking dumb. It was dumb. So I actually had to go to be seen by my doctor because these fingers were going numb.
Oh shit.
And then it would go all the way up here, the pain.
Oh my god.
So this whole part would be numb. And I'd be like, ah! And then that was me Super Saiyaning. I was like, fuck!
Oh my god.
And then
wait, but Mio's is on her fingertip, or was it all over? She said it started on her fingertips, though.
Yeah, because it's like has to do with circulation and ergonomics and stuff. Because I asked her too, I was like, well, did you lift anything wrong at the gym? And she said no. But yeah, but I think it might be that. I actually texted her the other night about it, but then she was at the SZA concert, so I don't think she forgot.
She was busy.
She also forgot to reply.
She also forgot. I mean,
she
forgot her pain. She did not feel the pain at SZA.
But because she said all her labs are fine, so yeah, good. In the middle of Crate and Barrel, I'm like, oh shit, and I'm calling her sister. And then we got ice cream after. It was pretty good. Sunday we looked at a venue. But
at a venue?
A venue for the wedding.
For you?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god, tell me more.
So that one though, low key. Have you ever been to Tower of Terror in?
Yeah.
That should low key. Like that. Yeah.
But like prettier.
I really liked it, but I could tell. I was like, it's haunted. We walked in.
Okay, part 2 of.
We walked in and then Asher was like quiet. I'm like, oh my god, it's so pretty. And then I'm like, and I look at him like, you think it's haunted, huh? And he goes, yeah, a little.
No way.
Yeah.
What energy? What? Like, what did you see? You saw something.
I didn't see anything, but I could tell.
Oh. Oh, you're back.
Yeah.
Huh. It was haunted.
Yeah, it's pretty haunted.
Did they say anything?
No.
When you didn't ask them?
No.
Like, there's something happened here.
But it's a pretty old building. And it looked like because the carpets were red, the wall, the wood paneling was like a darker color of wood. And then they had a manual elevator. So someone sits in there.
No way.
Yeah, it sits in there and operates it for you. Like it's like honestly, it's a really nice venue. It has a lot of character, but the area where you would have your reception, it was way too small, in my opinion. Like it would be too.
Just how many people are you thinking?
I'm thinking 150, maybe less. Probably less.
I don't really know how big weddings are.
Yeah,
so
probably less. But I mean. Even then, even if it were going to be less than 150, I was looking around that room and I'm like, oof, this is going to be too cozy.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So we're going to go look at other places. But she was a little haunted, though.
Where was it, though?
The Castle Green. I think did I send it to you? No, I always tell you I'm going to send you stuff and I keep forgetting. It's Castle Green in Pasadena.
Oh, it's in oh, that's the one.
Yeah.
I want to see how haunted it looks. Oh, she is a little. Oh no, I think you did. You didn't send it
Send
to
it
me,
to you.
but I think we talked it over the phone
Mm-hmm.
because I told you that it looked a little like little Philippines or something like that. Like this,
Spaniard.
yeah, the Spanish town in Manila.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looks like. It does look a little haunted though. It looks old. Like the red carpets.
Yeah, very old, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But really
I can
nice.
smell it. Did it
Oh,
smell old?
No, it
No?
didn't.
Oh
No, because they
wow.
had all their doors open.
Oh
Yeah, it was
wow.
like the grounds
Okay,
are
that's
really
good.
nice too, but for sure, it was
Oh, but
haunted.
it's so pretty.
Dude, I know.
Mio, insert this picture.
That's a that picture makes it look so big, but when you were there, I'm like, fuck, this is not big at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because mind you, Filipino families are freaking huge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't. We'll see how many. Because a lot of my family is in the Philippines,
Do you think they're gonna come?
Mm,
Like some of them?
some of them probably. I think we're gonna lean towards like possibly honeymooning there, so we can do a little celebration there.
Cute. Yeah. That's what I want to do too. Like the longest time I was saying if I married a rich man, lol,
Mm-hmm.
I would have two weddings. One in the west, one in the east
Damn,
of the world.
she rich.
Yeah, well, hopefully the man that
Hopefully,
I will marry, hopefully, please, please. But I want to also have a wedding in the Philippines, just because, like, obviously we have so many family members there, and
yeah,
I can't. First of all, I can't fly everyone out.
yeah. I
You know,
won't be
like I
able
would
to.
love to, but it's just inefficient as well
Mm-hmm.
as money costly.
Mm-hmm.
But also like Philippines is freaking gorgeous, so why not?
Yeah, that's what I was
Right?
thinking. I was like, we'll just do we'll honeymoon in the Philippines, but we'll also do like a small celebration there, like in Manila, for
Yeah,
everyone who couldn't
yeah,
make it out.
yeah,
So
exactly. Are
yeah,
most of your family members in Manila or province?
Manila. They're
Everywhere?
like everywhere.
Manila. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think ours is mostly Manila too, but we have quite a few in
No,
the province as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, that was weekend recap.
Yeah.
Well, let's go into our topics for today.
So we were gonna talk about something else, but we kind of thought, fuck it, because
We're
we
suffering.
just want to keep it. Yeah, we're suffering, and we want to keep it light. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys out there are sick as well because you know seasonal transitions are happening. So we're just all gonna keep it light. All right.
Yeah. Ugh, the weather.
I can barely drink my water without suffocating because I can't fucking
Through your
breathe through my
nose.
nose.
You should put
Yeah.
I do when I can't breathe through my nose is I put like a dollop of Vicks in a bowl and I pour like boiling water in there and I
You
cover
inhale.
with a blanket and I'm just like this breathing in the fumes and
Oh my
crying.
god, I should do that. No, but that's why I love showering. I always love showering, but especially when I'm sick because it's
Yeah.
just like a steam sauna, you know?
Yeah. You
I
can do
can't.
that.
I think it's because like I heard one time I read that um the reason why your nose gets stuffed, especially after blowing your nose, is because like your tissues in your
Irritated?
nose get
Like
swollen,
traumatized.
traumatized. Like they get swollen from the irritation. Is that true,
Yeah.
Miss Nurse?
Mm, so the area up here is very sensitive. That's
Yeah.
why people get nosebleeds.
I never got nosebleeds.
No. Oh, me and Kuya grew up with nosebleed.
Nosebleedy.
Like we'd wake
Really?
up and there's fucking blood all over the
Wow.
pillows.
Really? How often?
A lot. It was a lot growing up, especially when it gets hot. When it would get really
Ah.
hot, same thing. Me
But
and
what's the
Kuya.
reason? Just because of like nose sensitivity or
Like
something?
the tissue inside your nose, I think it's pretty thin, and the capillaries are
Yeah.
so close to the surface, and any trauma will like
Oh.
like
I only got it twice in my life, whole life.
What happened?
Whole 24 years of life. The one time I remember I was into someone's face, or not face, head, and then I started bleeding, but that makes sense, I think. And then the other time it was also just like out of the blue, but I think it was like some sort of stress because I never got nosebleeds.
What did you bonk?
I was almost jealous.
Who did you bonk in the head the first time?
I don't know. I was a kid. I think we were just playing around. We were like playing tag or something, and I bumped into her head, and I was like, yeah. And I was like, honestly, I didn't mind it because everyone had nosebleeds, and I was like the odd one out.
Normal.
So I was like, oh my god, yay! I was like, oh my god, this is how it feels. Yeah. I honestly, because I would always watch these kids have nosebleeds, and I was like, what? Why? Like, what does it feel like? What do you do?
Oh, I just the taste of it, because it's like connected, right?
Yeah.
Like you can tell.
Mine wasn't that bad to the point where I could taste it.
Oh, I can taste. Sometimes
Never.
I can tell my nose is bleeding, but it doesn't come out all the way because I'm like, ooh.
Oh God, that's nasty.
But even then, I'm just like when I taste it, I'm like, and I'm just like holding here.
Do you get it now?
No, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Oh, Asher's brother gets them quite frequently. I don't know if he still does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, like when we were first dating,
he's the younger one, right?
Yeah, the youngest. When me and Asher were first dating, I think he's like Mio's age.
Yeah, right. Yeah. When you were dating,
when we were first dating, I'd be like, why is Kobe's nose bleeding so much?
You're like, what's wrong with him?
But then, yeah, like all of a sudden, his nose would just start bleeding. Like,
why is that? I don't get nosebleeds to this day.
I think it has something to do with the sensitivity up here and how thin the skin is, the tissue is on the inside of your nose.
Oh, yeah, because I have a friend who also gets nosebleeds often, and to the point where like I remember she was saying that one time she almost like choked in her blood. Isn't that fucking insane?
That's wild.
Yeah. Right? So she went to the doctor to check it out, and I think she's trying to fix that somehow.
I think they like pack it with some, I don't know. I forget.
They stuff it.
Yeah, they like because it's so thin here, and then capillaries and something like that. I think
maybe I got like super thick walls.
Maybe.
She thick.
Her
nose is
4
thick.
C's.
Thick. But yeah. I kind of forgot that we were recording. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of forgot that we had a whole ass podcast to record. So
okay, let's get into our topic.
Let's get into it. We are gonna talk about. Oh wait, did we do our intro? Damn.
We did. I think we did.
Welcome back to our Namsae podcast.
We did.
Did we do this?
I think we did because we were like we're gonna do this topic, but we're just gonna keep it light.
You guys, we did this so many times. I don't even know if we did it properly on this. Oh my god.
But I think we did.
Okay, well, Mio, cut that out then.
Or leave it in.
We're just whatever.
Trying to be real.
It doesn't even matter anymore. Who cares? Do you like my t-shirt?
It's
one of my favorite t-shirts. It is.
It's cute. I saw. Oh, you know what? I saw a green. Wait, it's your green hoodie. You have a.
It's mine. Yeah, I do.
I really like that hoodie.
It's cute, huh? Didn't I wear it last episode?
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Back to our podcast.
Shopping break.
Okay, so.
Okay.
How did you envision your adulthood to be like as a kid?
As a kid, I thought it would be so much more glamorous than this. Goddamn.
God is good, didn't it?
Honestly, I thought I would be having like 4 kids by now.
Whoa, no, Miss Mal,
no
4 kids?
Not 4 kids, but I at least thought I'd be married by now, for sure. That for sure.
Fuck,
but why is that? Is it movies or something that make us think that we'd be married by 24? I'm 24, by the way.
Well, I mean, dude, I'm 29. I'm almost 30, and I thought I would be like a whole ass family by now. Goddamn. But I think it's more of like times have changed because my mom was 20. 5 when she had Kuya.
Oh, so like my age.
Yeah, like or something like that. I don't know, but yeah.
I can't say the
That's
same for
why.
my mom, but that is true for the rest.
For the
Like
rest,
all my
yeah.
titas and stuff, yeah.
Because I think, like at that time, that's what they were
Normal, kind
doing,
of.
yeah. Because, well, at the same time, what was their priorities at the time? What was life like? You know, I feel like back then, women were just starting to become more welcome in the workplace, like having a
True.
larger job, like role in the workplace. And
Yeah.
now, our focus is no longer homemaking. It's no longer raising a family. It's more of stability for yourself,
Yeah.
right?
True.
You're not
That,
thinking of,
yeah.
oh, let's have kids. No, you're thinking of how the fuck am I going to afford these damn kids? First of all,
I can barely,
afford
take care of
myself.
myself.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can barely afford
I can
myself.
barely take care of my cats.
Yeah,
The fuck?
Einstein.
Einstein.
But
No, but it's true though. Actually, so I don't know if this is necessarily true, but at least the people around me in the Netherlands, so like particularly Dutch people around me, a lot of them don't even want kids anymore.
I have.
Isn't that crazy?
I think I know someone who doesn't want kids anymore, or like didn't think of it as an option anymore.
Yeah.
And there are some people
Like,
that are like they don't feel comfortable bringing a child into the world that we have now, and that
I
kind of
know
thing.
people like that too, which I don't, how do you feel about that? Because I feel like, okay, I get it to a certain extent, but shit's so depressing.
I mean that's honestly that's their choice, but to
Yeah.
me, like, the world will continue. It's gonna keep spinning on its axis. Time will continue to pass. This is just an enormous cycle that we're in. And what if your kid is the one that's gonna make the difference, right?
Right.
Like,
Totally.
they will be our future. They're gonna be
Yeah.
the ones making the decisions. So instead of thinking I don't want to bring a child into this current world that we have, this is the only world. First of all, Earth is the only planet we're gonna have. I don't think we can all make it to Mars or whatever they're gonna try to colonize next. But I think it's up
Yeah.
to you to kind of raise your child to be the change, right?
Exactly.
You raise your
Yeah.
child so that they can hopefully create the world that you would have wanted them to be in.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
exactly.
think
And
it's
I
like
feel
that.
like the problems that people are afraid of, which, I respect their decision at the end of the day, but the problems that people are thinking about are just too far from now. At least that's how I
Yeah.
perceive it. So
I
I'm
feel
just kind
like
of like, well, I don't know.
how do you expect the change if you don't participate in it? Like
Exactly.
when
Yeah.
people are like, well, I'm not going to vote because it doesn't matter anyway. Okay, but then you want change, but you're not willing to participate in it.
Yes.
So
Yes.
how do you think it's going to
It's,
change?
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's
That's how
why
I feel about a lot of things, actually. Like, to go
same.
a little bit, okay, wait, let's not go too off a tangent, but to
Mm-hmm.
go a little bit off, I know a group of people here that are like very sensitive towards like using resources, for example, or just like doing anything. So for example, um my friend, she was having a conversation with this guy, and like she was like, oh yeah, I've been thinking of getting like a van, this electric bike. And then this guy goes like, oh, like kids in Vietnam suffer to make those bikes for you, just for you to buy them. And then she's like, bro, you literally have a Nike t-shirt on, like, chill. Chill.
Pick and
And
choose.
at the same time, my friend, she works at like an NGO for sustainable fashion. So it's like she's actually doing her part in helping the world, whereas this guy doesn't have a job. So it's like, I
It's like
understand it's hard to get a job, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to,
know
it's
your
like,
place. If you're
know your
gonna
place.
talk the talk, you better walk the walk.
Exactly. Exactly. So then it's like the same thing, about as what we were saying.
Yeah, like if you want if you want to make the world a better place, you have to actively participate in it, you know? And yeah, exactly. People are going to argue, oh, it's big oil and blah, 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 blah. And, you know, we put so much power into their hands by consuming all these things that the cycle is just going to continue. And it's just, it's up to you. It's like I was talking to my friend this morning, it's self-governance at the same time. Like, you just have to kind of make the right decisions, you know? Stick with your morals, stick with your beliefs.
Could you ever be with a guy who doesn't want kids?
I think that's their decision. And at first, honestly, first I didn't want kids. Just because I'm like, I can barely take care of myself once again.
No, facts.
Right?
No, big facts. Ugh. But like I'm the same way. I'm terrified of the whole process, to like from the beginning of getting pregnant till like paying their university fees, you know what I mean? Like everything. I'm scared of everything.
Expensive. But
kids are expensive. But I still want them because I love the but I love families, you know, like especially us. Look at us, you know, we come from huge families and it's so much fun. Like,
because and at the same time, like, it's fun to just like see someone from beginning to end grow up and be like, I had a hand in that, you know?
Yeah. I made that. I did that.
That came out of me.
Creds to me.
I know, kind of sometimes. I hope it's gonna look like me.
Yeah. Hopefully. Oh, it better look like me. Hello. If it came out of me, it better look like me. At least 50%.
Yeah. But
yes.
But I think I could do it. Nah, I don't think so. Because now that I'm here, now that I'm like older, I'm like, I kind of want a kid.
Yeah. No, I can't. Like, I'm not saying that I would judge them or anything like that. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to like
the bottom
line and, you know, really having to think about, okay, what makes us stay together for a longer term and what makes us not stay together for a long term, right? That would actually be a break off point for me if they didn't want kids. Yeah, like quite easily, actually.
I mean, I feel like you can kind of just maybe hopefully change their mind, you know, but at the same time,
true.
I think, me too. The bottom line, if he said no, like a hard no, I'd be like, okay, this is a hard no for me too then.
Yeah, which sucks though, because like, of course, it doesn't mean that you don't care for each other anymore, right?
It's just your interests are no longer aligned.
Yeah. But so the thing about like changing people's minds is that that's what I used to think, but then I've met so many people who are so adamant about not wanting kids around here that I'm thinking like, oh, people they're really not changing their minds, and they're in relationships where the girl or the guy doesn't want the kid, and so they're still kind of like battling through that, for example. So kind of watching that from the sidelines, I'm thinking, oof, I don't really want to be, I don't want to be in that position.
Yeah, because then it's like, it's always going to be a thorn in your relationship. It doesn't matter how good your relationship is going, but if at the end you guys don't want the same thing, then I don't think it's going to work out.
Right? Yeah. And it goes with anything, but like especially kids. I don't know why it's so much heavier with kids.
Because it's a big because it's you're well within your right, because it's a big responsibility. Not other than financially responsible, but
like
this is a human being. You can't just
be like, life investment.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
So
I thought
aspiration for sure. I thought by this time I was gonna have like a family by 29.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be married. I was going to have a house by now and everything. And it's just funny how you're thinking all these things when you're a kid and you have no real concept of how life is.
I know.
Right? Like,
that's so true.
It doesn't matter it doesn't even matter if you consume the correct media. That shit doesn't matter. Because not unless you're living it, you're not going to know, dude.
But so what kind of destroyed my self-esteem for a little bit was like especially my earlier 20s. Now that I'm entering my mid 20s, I'm kind of getting like really punched by reality a lot more. But like my early 20s, late teens, I was like, "Oh, am I just delayed in starting off my career or like, stuff like that?" Because as the workforce gets more competitive, it's also hard for people to start off their career with like a big bang, for example. And that's kind of what I've experienced at least here, because everyone has or a lot of people have good education here. So then it's just very competitive in general. So then I was thinking, by the time I was like in my early 20s, I was like, damn, like how come, like I feel like I'm late in the game, whereas in my expectations as a child, my career was already like booming at this by this time.
I think
That's kind of like, yeah.
I'm like, I think honestly same too, because I just started my like I just became a nurse in 2019, like
Yeah.
here. So I feel like me too. I'm delayed as heck,
Yeah.
and
Especially in like the medical field.
yeah, because I don't even know if the field that I'm currently in is the one I'm going to be in for the long run, or I'm going to end in this field,
Yeah. Ooh.
So, but I'm just like now, but see, that's the thing. Like, I don't know if this is going to be the field I want to be in, but now that I'm here
Yeah.
and all these life changes are happening, I'm like, I need this stability,
Yeah.
right? I
Yeah.
need.
You're like, I totally get that. And what I mean by like, especially as a medical field, I mean like people in that field take more time to get like steady income than other fields. Like for example, I have a friend who's also trying to pursue, well, he was initially trying to pursue becoming like a heart surgeon.
Cardiac.
Cardiac, yes. And yeah, he's kind of debating it now because that's like extra
Yeah.
years, And he's like, well, I do want a family eventually. He's my age. He's like, I eventually want a family, but then by the time I'm like done with all my studies, well, I'm like
30s.
35. Yeah. So, and they have to
And
do like residencies and all that. So it's not just like study, study, study. It's like
no.
study experience, and then like specialization, whatever.
And
Yeah.
a lot of um a lot of their time is spent really studying. They're on the clock, they're on call for X amount of
Yeah.
hours. So it really leaves no room to socialize and date. So when people, it's really hard for like med students to really find someone outside of that circle, because people outside have a hard time understanding, how come you can't go with me on this date? How come you
Right.
can't do this? How come you can't do that? And then they have a hard time conceptualizing the fact that they're
Yeah.
studying and working at the same time, and they're
Yeah.
actually physically taking care of people in the hospital.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
really hard for them to find
Damn.
someone who's going to understand. So I feel for
That
him, dude.
yeah, no,
That's
I
tough.
totally get that. It's
That's
kind of
tough.
funny because so I was dating a guy, and he like we were dating while we were both in our masters kind of, or while he was doing his masters, and like he really had no time for me for this period. And I like was prepared for it. He also warned me and everything, and I was like mentally preparing myself and everything. But it was tough because I just had to kind of,
Adjust your
yeah,
expectations of the relationship.
yeah, because I mean, of course, like I had my own life and everything, but then I was dating him for a reason, like I still wanted to see him, but then the time that he did give me was really limited, which is fair enough. But
Excuse me.
bless you, bless you. But yeah, I think it's like a lot easier said than done,
Definitely. That's why it's like,
Yeah,
it's nice. My schedule is nice. I only work 3 days a week and I have weekends off. But I know for a fact if I
yeah,
switch jobs and I'm going to be working, like, for example, in a hospital, everything's going to change for my schedule
yeah.
and I'm not going to have as much leeway as I have now.
Hmm.
And it's tough. Like, our schedules in the medical field are so weird. But I will say that this is in this aspect of my life, I kind of like checked the box because I was like, I did want to be in the medical field. When I was growing up, I did want to be a nurse. So, I mean, I got that part.
Like
yeah.
your whole childhood, you wanted to be a nurse?
I think it was nurse. I had 3.
Okay, let's hear it.
Nurse. I also considered pharmacist, which is funny because I worked as a pharmacy tech for a long time. And then I also wanted to do engineering, like civil engineering. Oh, but I fucking hate math. So,
damn, you wanted to do like big girl things from the start, huh?
Yeah.
I remember I asked my mom. No, I didn't even ask her. She just like confronted me with it. But apparently, one of my dream goals as a kid was to have a takoyaki stand.
Oh, why not?
But I don't even like takoyaki like that. Really? I mean, I do, but it's like I'm, I don't fantasize over anything like that. If you don't know what takoyaki is,
what we're doing, we're actually flipping. Yeah. We're flipping the little.
The way it's so like, accurate. Edit it in, Mio.
And we did this video.
What is it? It's like octopus balls.
Octopus balls?
That sounds so bad, but you know what I mean.
It's like batter.
Like pancake ball. Yeah. Yeah.
Batter, veggies, and like a little like thing of octopus inside, like a little cut.
Exactly.
And then
it's super
they
yummy.
put like sauce on top of it, and then bonito flakes, and then they're like waving like this.
Bonito flakes.
Yeah, they're like this. Mio, put it in, please.
They are doing that.
We look crazy right now.
But also, if you don't know what takoyakis are, what the hell? Like, get off this podcast and
go try
it, and then come back.
Oh, but make sure when they deliver it to your table, you gotta wait a little bit because that shit's hot inside. It'll burn your mouth.
I open it up.
You open? Oh, me too.
Yeah.
At least
and then
I try to like stab a few holes in it so it lets out the steam. Careful, guys.
That shit hurt.
That shit. Yeah. And then your entire dining experience is ruined because you can't taste anything else.
Oh my god. Okay, so when you come to Japan in the winter, I'm gonna take you to Osaka, which is like my favorite party city. And what you do, so I don't know what you guys do out in LA, but the drinking culture here, so after you go out, you eat like a kebab or like like
we have here dirty hot dogs after the club, after the bars.
I hate how it's called dirty.
Dirty hot dogs.
Just
they're just street dogs.
Off-putting. It's like dirty ice cream in the Philippines. Yeah. Huh? But in Japan, it's ramen.
Yum.
Oof. Yum. Like ramen is just so. But ramen is in Tokyo or like a ramen city. But in Osaka, you eat takoyaki.
Dude, I love takoyaki. Not gonna lie,
so good. But like you're so drunk and you're battling the heat of the takoyaki because you're so stubborn.
You're so hungover. You're still drunk. You're like
yeah. So
I love
good.
takoyaki.
But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. It's so good. Oh yeah. So that was my one of my dream goals.
Your dream goals.
Yeah.
What else?
I do not have a takoyaki stand. So
that would be so much fun though.
It would be, but I would not be here.
That's true.
I would not be where I am today, which I don't know if it's a good thing or not. Another big dream goal of mine was to be a like singer.
Artiste.
I don't know, singer / entertainer. Yeah. Artista.
Yeah. I never thought.
Like I always liked to sing and dance as a kid, but like my mom was always not for it, which makes sense because that shit's hard to, make a career out of. But now that I'm older, she's like, Mika, why didn't you become a celebrity? I'm like, girl,
didn't you tell me no?
You were but my dad was very supportive about it the whole way through. So he was always just like, oh, just do whatever you want. But then it was always like the duality of, well, it's a hard and very competitive industry.
It takes a while for you to make it and make money.
Yeah, yeah. And on the other side where it's like
stability,
pursue your dreams, but then you got to be kind of realistic at the same time,
Yeah.
So true. I don't think I'm that good at singing.
But I'm
like fine.
You were in choir though. Chamber choir, right?
Yeah, but like everyone was in choir.
Oh. Okay. I think you sing nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think it's like I think I'm okay like Filipino karaoke night, but not
Uh-huh.
like a full on Ariana Grande type.
Oh.
No, hell no,
No.
no. Especially now as an adult, I'm like, oh, actually, I'm kind of glad that I didn't go that route.
But I mean, you can go to class. You can take lessons for it and improve. That's the thing.
True.
But it is a hard industry to break through and make a name in, for sure.
Yeah.
Even here.
Yeah.
And then you like now with the rise
especially there, dude.
But like now with the rise of K-pop, like idols and stuff like that, and then they're giving you insight into how they get to where they are, and dude, they just live, eat, and breathe training, bro. That shit.
But they're like enslaved, like they slave themselves. Well, also like through the entertainment managements, but
crazy.
Yeah, because they're not even allowed to have girlfriends, right?
They're not allowed to date because it's gonna ruin their image.
That's fucking crazy.
Even
because we have similar stuff in Japan.
Yeah, Johnny's Entertainment.
Exactly. That's like the equivalent of the K-pop management in Korea. Johnny's Entertainment. Dude, I was obsessed with some of them.
Same.
Dude, it was so bad.
Cartoon.
Who did? Oh my god, really?
And
Dude,
Arashi.
wait, I haven't talked about them in so long.
Dude, Cartoon, Arashi.
Cartoon was good.
News.
I wasn't. Oh my god, News. Oh my god,
bruh.
That's old school as well.
Because these are all when I was growing up, that's what I had. That's what was popular.
Yeah.
But bro,
oh my god, News is good.
I pirated. I pirated. And
what did you do?
Arashi was it Arashi or is it Arashi Tokyo Dome concert series? Bitch, I got that shit. I pirated it and put it on DVDs.
You burned it
on
your feed?
Subbed that shit. Oh, I had to look.
Oh my god!
Girl.
I wish you still had it.
Dude, I crashed. That was when I crashed my laptop twice in 1 week because I was able to rip it.
What?
Like I got the video right, and I was like transferring it to the CD, but I had to download the hard subs for it so that it would go with. Bitch, I broke my laptop.
So complicated. Yeah. Bottom line, I broke
my laptop. But girl,
another one I really liked was. Do you know Hey Say Jump? That's
a
bit more
HSJ, yes, but they're young.
You guys say HSJ out there?
No, it's just me.
Oh.
What do you mean out there? I'm the only person that knows Johnny's Entertainment J-pop, okay?
In the whole of California.
No, none of my friends like this kind of... They thought I was so weird. Hold on, I gotta plug in my iPad. Yeah.
So... Okay, wait. I bumped into... Fuck, I forgot his name. I just remember his last name, actually. Yamada? Do you remember? Type in... Oh, Ryosuke, yeah. I bumped into him at this pet store that I got my dog at years ago.
Oh, really?
But we were just there to get our monthly whatever. Mm-hmm. I think food or something. I saw him and I was so underwhelmed. I was like, oh. Well, but I think it's also because I outgrew.
Yeah.
I was way older.
2004, bro. That's when they started.
I was barely alive. I was barely born.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting too deep into this.
Okay, yeah, never mind.
Next time. Deep into this. Okay, this could be a whole episode, honestly.
When that was really popular was that Real Face.
Was the what?
Real Face. That was the name of the song.
Oh. Oh, it does sound familiar.
Yes.
But this is a weird version of it.
Was that a karaoke version of it?
It says mobile version.
Oh, why?
I think it's a ringtone. Yeah. Remember when we used to be able to change our ringtone?
Dude, remember when you'd record it? You'd...
Oh my god.
Bruh, record. You're waiting for the part of the song that you want. So you can record it. Oh my god. Or even your voicemail.
Okay, no, I'm not that old.
Oh, bitch. But I would record and then be that would be my voicemail. It wouldn't even be me saying hi, leave your name and number. It would just be a song.
The song.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think the whole voicemail culture was when I didn't have a phone yet.
Mm.
Because I only got a phone when I was like 9, 10 or something. And those 10 years, I think, like voicemail was still a thing. And then by the time I got it, I still had
Text
like
message.
yeah, I like barely called anyone anyway. I
Mm-hmm.
barely had anyone. So yeah. I
Yeah.
wish I had, I actually tried to voicemail someone today, or no, the other day, and it actually worked. And it was like my first time sending out a voicemail.
Really?
It's pretty fun. Yeah. Do you send voicemails, or did you used to?
Um, because before, like, it would just be more of like, oh, they didn't pick up the call, so you just kind of like, hey, can you
Yeah.
call me back? It was that kind of thing.
But you guys wouldn't just text it to each other?
Because texting, this is before unlimited anything, so you had to pay for each text message. This is before iMessage. This is before
Oh.
unlimited texting, unlimited minutes, unlimited data on your phone. So
It
you
was
kind of
like buying load
no,
like
not
that.
like that. It was more of you had like a set number, and if you went past the number, it was really expensive. But like after 9 o'clock, after 9 p.m. in the evening, you could call for free.
Oh, really?
So you just had to wait. Be like, hey, I'll call you back like at 9.
Oh, that's kind
Mm-hmm.
of funny. But yeah, that was my dream job.
Takoyaki.
Takoyaki and singer
Entertainment. Artiste.
entertainment, which is like still not too far off. Like I still admire that life, but I think I'd
Mm-hmm.
rather stay on like the management side of it. So
Then
like
be front and center.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think I'm still in the creative realm right
Mm-hmm.
now, which is, I mean, it's still far off from being a singer, but you know what I mean? Like it's still in my element, I feel.
So
Not too far.
not too far, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, now that we're here, and technically we are in our adult lives, is it what you think it was? Is it everything that you have now what you thought you wanted?
Oh, that's a good question.
Like, are you living the life you
Yeah.
thought you were gonna live?
Honestly, yeah.
Really?
And I think that's why. So I remember as a kid, I could not wait to be in my 20s, like my
Mm.
early 20s. I was like, when I'm also because my mom was really strict, right? So I was like, when
Mm-hmm.
I'm in my 20s, I'll be able to do whatever I want. I'll be like able to party all the time. I'll be free, which I kind
Mm-hmm.
of am, and I've been doing that. Sorry, I'm
Just
sick, so
huffing
I
the
need to.
Vicks.
Yeah, just please sponsor. I would love to be.
Sponsored by
Um,
Vicks.
Imagine.
Imagine.
But
That'd be funny.
that's like that was my goal, and I was like so ready to just ride solo kind of. And now that I have that, I'm actually really happy that I have that, but because I know that my 20s is a temporary time, I'm starting to get scared of like
The 30s.
leaving the 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That I'm just like, no.
Now what do I
So
do? Or like, what's next?
no. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I can see that.
How about you? I'm gonna.
Mm, well, I mean, I did think that by this time I was gonna have like a whole ass family and everything. So, no,
True. But like, do you care?
not necessarily.
Right?
Not
Yeah.
necessarily. I'm okay with. I'm 100% sure I am where I need to be in life. Like
Mm-hmm.
this is where I'm meant to be right now. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but now I'm feeling the pressure of, well, you're almost 30. What's like, you gotta, if you want these dreams, if you want to achieve these goals, you have to get a move on. That's what I'm feeling. Like, if I
Yeah.
want children, I should start having them already because I don't want to be too old. And I want to
Yeah.
see my kids grow up. I want to have a good relationship with them, and I can't do that if I'm, well, way, way, way older than them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I'm feeling. But I do wish that I um was able to achieve being a nurse earlier, but I always take everything with a grain of salt. I'm always like, okay, there was a reason why I was not able to pass all those other times. like, because if I did, then I would have been a nurse during the pandemic, right? And during the pandemic, I was still living at home with my parents. And if I had gotten sick and I had gotten my dad sick, then that's like a big problem.
Not good.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm always thinking things happen for me. I'm a deep believer in things happen for a reason. And if the universe is telling you no on something that you really want, then it just means that it's not the right time for it.
Yeah.
That's basically it. So
yeah, no, that's really true actually. I think for me I'm also the same way. I also wish I could have got into the workforce a bit earlier. But at the same time, because okay, so of course compared to like the medical field, it's so much different. Like I only did an extra year of education after my bachelor's. So it's nothing compared to you guys, but still I felt a little bit like I was not held back, but yeah, held back a couple of years because, okay, so during the pandemic, I took a gap year between my bachelor's and my master's because, well, it was a pandemic. And then I also just did like, I just gained some experience, professional experience. And then I finally got into my master's and then I started my career officially. Whereas I wanted to just like maybe even shift a year back or start my career right after my bachelor's. I don't know. So I can't help but think, yeah, what that would have been like if I started earlier. But at the same time, I'm like, what's the point in thinking that when I'm already happy where I am? And like, you know, there's only
it's not going to help us if we
the
keep
future
thinking
to
about the
look
past.
to. Yeah, exactly.
It's not going to change anything.
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah. So yeah, I'm happy. I feel like though, going back to the whole family situation, I am starting to feel a little pressured because like
Really?
yeah, because not necessarily because of my expectations from my childhood, but maybe it is like one of the reasons why I feel pressured. So, I am in my mid 20s and I feel like I do want kids around 30ish, right? But then if I want kids by the time I'm 30, I at least want to be married for like or married and know the guy. Bless you. Bless you.
Excuse me.
Bless
Sorry.
you.
Thank
I
you.
at least want to know and be married to the guy or like be with the guy for at least like 3 years or something like that. That's 27.
That's true. Then just pop
27,
them out.
26. 27, 26.
Pop them out.
That's like 2 years from 1 to 2 years from now.
Yeah.
So you're telling me, right, that I'm probably, well, I'm putting myself to hopefully be with a guy that's, you know, down to do all this with me in 1 to 2 years
Well,
time.
that's.
How am I gonna fight? I feel like that's so little time, and I barely got my career started. I
I
feel.
know. It's like. That's why it's like you plan all these things, but you have to leave room for like a shift. You know?
Yeah.
And like, why? You know, yeah, if you want to have kids in your 30s, that's fine. But like, 30s that's a whole 10 years of it, right? You get 30, 31, 32. That's still in your 30s, so it's fine. But I just feel
Yeah.
like at the same time, because we're both feeling the pressure, but it's like, why? Who is doing
Yeah.
this to us
Yeah.
except us?
Yeah. But I'm not gonna
Honestly.
lie. Like, okay, how do you feel since you're like the science perspective for us? Like, in terms of biological clock,
Uh-huh.
how much can we base our life on that? Because it is true to a certain extent, right? Like, we do have women have a clock that they need to kind of be wary of when they want kids. So at the same time, it's like, of course, if I could have kids and like guaranteed to have kids at 35, I would do it, you know?
But it's just,
But yeah, it's kind of risky at the same
it
time.
is because now I feel like we're seeing more of women expressing that they're having fertility issues, and I know it has been an ongoing thing, but you don't really get a lot of that kind of information. But that's the thing with women and our biological clocks. The longer you wait, the more high risk your pregnancy becomes. So that means not only is it that you're putting yourself at risk during the pregnancy and your baby as well. So it's always something when I know it sounds dumb, but I think in your when you hit 35, I think you're already considered, here at least, I think you're already considered a high risk pregnancy.
Yeah.
Because at that point in your life, you have more of your whatever comorbidities you may or may not have, they're more prevalent during that time. That means, like, for example, by that time, you're going to already have known if you have high blood pressure, or you're already going to have known if you have diabetes, like at that point in your life, right? That's why, because carrying a baby and growing a baby in you for the 9 months, that takes such a toll on your body. God. As
you don't
gotta
tell me twice, girl, and I haven't even experienced that yet.
So that's why they call it high risk pregnancy at 35, and that's why you have to be wary if you want to have kids. It's not something to completely base your decisions on, but it's something you have to be very aware of. And do not worry, the doctors will also tell you this. They will go over all this information with you anyway, right? But it's just because that we have all the eggs that we're ever going to have in our lifetime, we are born with them. And every time you got a period, you're...
Stop. That's so
but
scary.
It's the truth, And then, what's so upsetting is that we're stuck with this, right? We're born with all the eggs we're ever going to have, with all the potential children we're ever going to have. And boys, they just kind of...
That's what I'm saying.
They just make their sperm, their little swimmers and whatever, right? But they have some men have such big opinions about babies and children and women's bodies. And I'm like, but you're not us. You don't understand the nuances that we feel, the feelings that we have, the emotions that we have about these things,
Oh, when I'm pregnant, or I don't even have to be pregnant, but I like tune people out.
Yeah.
Or guys out when they have really unnecessary opinions on pregnancy, babies, anything like that. Honestly.
I'm like, who do you think... I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
for 9 months, what did you do? Just plant the seed? Bitch, I'm cooking it.
Yeah, like...
I'm like crafting it in my body.
You loaded this shit in the oven. I am the oven, bitch. I am baking this damn bread.
Exactly.
Like, why do you think you have all... No. I understand then they're going to come back to me with, well, I mean, without me, you wouldn't have had this baby. Okay.
And then... I can say the same thing. Yeah.
And then, what are you going to do about it? You want it?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want to carry this child?
I could keep it. In here as long as I want. But no.
But it's just, I feel...
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like there are guys out there that have like certain opinions and whatever, but they just need to understand like where we're coming from, because other than the fact that we're carrying this baby, we are ultimately putting also our lives at risk, because things go wrong every day. Not to be like a pessimist, but they can go wrong every day.
Yeah.
And by carrying this child and trying to make it so that we make it through all the 9 months healthy and happy, that's a big task for us. And I just hate when guys are like, well, will do this. I'm like, you're not carrying this damn child. Goddamn.
It's so true. Yeah.
Please check yourself. Like,
yeah. And going back to like expectations as a kid, I thought like this whole pregnancy journey was short, like romantic, short, yeah, like beautiful,
glowing.
Hell no, yeah,
no, dude,
glow, bitch, it's sweat.
Yeah, that's that glow that you have. It's literally sweat.
It's grease.
It's grease
from not washing your hair for like a week.
Yeah, because you can't you just pushed a damn human out of you.
Yeah.
Can't even. Oh, dude. Oh, the stories I've heard. Oh hell no. The stuff I've seen. Oh hell no.
Hell no.
Dude, when I
Hell
was out here
no.
delivering babies, I'm like, oh fuck
Did you deliver
no.
babies?
Yeah, we had to do 4 each. 4 catch
Holy damn.
assists.
Cat
You have to catch
catch.
the baby. That's what they call it. Catch.
Oh god.
Bitch. Football.
It's like right. God
I've also
damn. Was
helped
it?
during a C-section too.
Did you
So.
pass? Like I would have passed out, not because of like the whole blood and
Mm-mm.
everything, but just because of like the vagina stretching.
I see it in my brain. I see it in my mind's
So,
eye. That shit is like
no.
something that will never leave your brain once you see it. Honestly.
So I have a dilemma. Because like obviously I would want my man's there with me in the delivery room, but at the same damn time I am not letting him see what's going on down there, but at the same time I want him to see what's going on down there so it could be like in his mind,
You did this.
you did this
You
to
did
me.
this to me.
But at the same time I don't want that person, that guy to be like screaming like,
Yeah, and
oh
then pass
shit,
out.
yeah, what the fuck, no.
If
So I
anyone's
don't
gonna
know what
pass
I
out
want.
between you and me, bitch better be me.
It better be me. I don't want to remember anything.
Knock me out.
Not, yeah, seriously. Like I don't
Yeah.
need my man to be like, oh damn,
Like, don't give me that damn commentary. Keep it to yourself,
Yeah,
right? This is a
exactly.
hard thing that I'm doing already. You're making it more difficult.
Or like I heard of sympathy pains, bitch. I don't need
Oh.
your sympathy. I do not care for your sympathy.
That was me and
I
my
don't
that
care.
was me and my coworker. That was so funny when she was first pregnant. When she
Did she
and
get
then
sympathy
I
pains?
got sympathy pains from her because we were so close. That shit was so
No
funny.
way.
Yeah, Ashley was like, "Yeah, but are you getting sympathy pains? You're not even the father of this child." I'm like, you know what?
I'm an empath.
Yeah, okay. I'm very sensitive. Okay.
Yeah. Oh my god. No, but I get it, but at the same time, it's not like you're gonna be like complaining about it to
Yeah.
her. You
I'm
know?
not. I just told her I was like, "Dang, that's weird." I feel that too, though.
Yeah. She's like, "Are you pregnant?"
Oh, she wished I was,
Oh.
but I was not.
Oh my god. Yeah. No.
But
See,
yeah.
like this is why pregnancy I'm terrified of. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Another thing I thought about as a kid, I thought like my first love would be my last love, and that was
Oh.
such a fucking joke. What a
Oh my
damn
god,
joke.
dude. I
Was it
know.
not for you?
I don't know what I was thinking, but I remember. Well, yeah, because I was like, because when you're young, you just have this whole "this is it, this is gonna be it" kind of
Yeah.
mentality. But then, oh my god, no.
Like so down bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like why?
Because you kind of, well, you know why though? It's because we grew up with princesses and never ever did the princesses ever date in those damn movies, right? It
Facts.
was one
They
and
just had
done.
one dance.
Yeah, one and
Yeah.
done. And it was
Yeah.
always so romantic, and I always that's why I am appreciating the more more current Disney movies coming out, because they're not solely focused on relationships between like a man and a woman or
Facts.
whatever. They're
If at
doing,
all.
yeah, like Frozen. The first Frozen movie, I appreciated that movie so much because it was
Yeah.
sibling love.
That
That's
is
what they were portraying.
honestly, yeah, adorable.
Like
But
Kristoff and them,
yeah,
secondary.
I will say though, I don't know if it was a commentary by Disney, but I did appreciate like the whole like ridiculousness of how quick, what's her name, Anna fell in love with
Kristoff.
Kristoff. Is it
Oh
no, the
no,
bad
no, the
one?
bad guy. Yeah.
Yeah, with a bad guy. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, see, this is typical Disney behavior,
Right.
but we are dismantling it
Mm-hmm.
all. Yeah.
Because it just, there's so many, when you're young, you think the only love that you'll ever experience is between you and like your partner, right? But as
Yeah.
you grow older, you come to realize there's so many different kinds of love. There's familial love. You have love for your friends. You develop these other kinds of
Yeah.
things, and then you realize it's not just one and done. It's not like that,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I appreciate that Disney is coming forward with other kinds of love, like with Brave, the love between the mother and
that's good.
daughter.
Yeah, mommy issues really hit with
Like
that. I'm kidding.
Moana, like discovering of self
Yeah.
more than anything. That one she didn't even have
Yeah.
she didn't even have a love interest in that one. She was really just
No.
trying to find answers for herself. You know.
Ooh, I like Coco as well. That was
Yes,
cute.
that one was cute. Family
That
once
was.
again.
Oh, also, what's it called? Enchanted.
Encanto or Enchanted.
Encanto. Yeah,
Yeah.
Encanto. Yeah. No, I was thinking Enchanted, like the old school one, but that's not
No, that's not.
what I
Yeah.
meant. Yeah, no, Encanto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Honestly, Encanto was pretty good for like a really recent movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but yeah, it's really good. Yeah, no, but did you think that you would end up with your first love forever?
I think so when I was younger.
Yeah. Do you remember your first love? Okay, first love is like, what is that? Like first serious
Crush? No.
or like relationship, but not like a serious relationship where like adult relationship, but in general. Ooh, I don't know what I mean by that.
My first like serious relationship was Asher.
Okay, well, I guess you are living your childhood dreams
Because
then.
I did date someone before him.
But it wasn't that.
No.
She's like, regret.
No, I don't regret it because Asher
Oh.
knows this person.
Oh, never mind. My bad.
No,
They're best friends. No, I'm kidding. Are they?
Oh man, he's gonna give me so much shit when he hears this episode.
Guys, go stalk. Okay. No, but he knows, right?
Yeah, he knows. Yeah, because he was like, well, how come he can get her and I can't? Yeah.
Oh, so it became a competition.
Like because he was also our classmate.
So you were Princess Peach between Wario and Mario.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah.
Oh
my god.
Damn. Well, you know what? Not everyone has your cute stories. Okay. No,
but like I think my first crush. If you're talking about first crush, no, but we weren't. Oh my god, I was like looking to the side and I couldn't find you in the frame.
Wait, hold on. I'm like fixing my nose situation.
Did I think I was gonna end up with Asher forever? I think so, because when he broke my heart, I was so fucking sad. I was like, damn!
Why you do
this? Goddamn.
I don't know. I definitely thought I was so
because you're
growing
romantic
up,
at heart.
I am. And even more so when I was a kid because I wasn't, traumatized yet.
Yeah.
So that
you were fresh.
I was
your whole life before
a virgin,
you.
literally. Yeah, I was literally no, but you know what I mean. Like I just had nothing. I had no
experience.
broken.
Yeah,
my heart was still full. She wasn't shattered
intact.
yet. She was intact. And then as I grew up, I was like, that shit don't exist except for you. But that shit don't exist. Yeah,
but it's just
every single relationship. I thought like until my adulthood. I thought like, I'm probably gonna stay with
yeah. I think I had that too. Nah,
but I think because I had it so often when I was young, I don't feel that way anymore.
You're just desensitized.
Yeah, I'm just like, well,
it is or it
dried up here. Yeah,
it is or it isn't.
Yeah.
Sorry,
well, we'll see where it goes, kind of thing.
Yeah. Damn.
I know. I used to be. I mean, I still am pretty like hopeless romantic. Mm-hmm. But I definitely thought I was gonna end up with my first love.
I mean, I think a lot of people, because it's like
it's because of the movies.
It's what we consume. It's what is like. Yeah. This is correct. So this is correct. But like in reality, no, it ain't. Like So it's so funny because all the media that we consume, they make it look so easy, but when in reality it's not. God. It's a choice you have to make every day. But we told ourselves we weren't going to be talking about relationships.
Fuck it.
Forget. But yeah.
Phuket. But yeah. So it's like yeah, and what it's basically just this the media, like as you say, it's
Yeah.
just the influence of the media,
It's
you know?
what they're putting out there for us, for
Uh-huh.
young, impressionable children to think
Yeah,
this is what life is supposed to be.
exactly. I do not
And
appreciate that, guys.
me
Y'all
either.
fucked me over. Life is not like that.
I
Damn.
know. But I mean, at it's like you have to adjust your expectations, and the more that you gain experiences, then you can reframe your thinking.
Yeah.
Like that's what I always think about it is you kind of have to go through life to learn everything about
Yeah.
yourself and what you want.
For sure. For sure. I
Mm-hmm.
think like so I always tell this to myself or I always think about it, but I think the best way to learn is through the hard way.
Mm-hmm. You're not gonna
As
learn.
shitty as it
Yeah, you're not
sounds.
gonna learn with shortcuts. It's not
Yeah.
gonna work out.
Of course you can learn from other people's, not mistakes, but just journeys in general,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't hit the same
If it's
unless you go through it yourself,
exactly, then
you
you'll
know?
really know.
Yeah. But I was I was going to ask you, what media or like movies or books or whatever fucked you up the most in terms of like setting up expectations? Because I'm not going to lie, I think we talked about this before, but one of my favorite romance novel slash movie is The Notebook, and that shit fucked me up.
I think it was A Walk to Remember.
So that's why it's our favorite because
Oh, see,
damn
but
girl.
okay. Tell me,
See?
am I wrong? Okay, because
Oh,
she was like, what is it? She was like, she technically he was so fucking toxic, and all his little friends were toxic
he
too.
was toxic. Yeah.
But she was like, but I feel like she didn't do it intentionally to kind of like fix him. She was just being herself.
Right.
But still I had
Right.
that like notion of she fixed him. She made him
Exactly.
untoxic.
And then he stayed.
Yeah.
He stayed.
So I think that's the one that messed me up. Mm-hmm.
No, honestly, like same thing, right? Because, well, okay, not same thing in the sense where he was shady or anything like that in the
Mm-hmm.
Notebook, but he was just so madly in love that he would do anything for
Yeah. He
her.
was out of his mind
Anything.
in love with her.
Out of his mind in love with her. He dated,
Mm-hmm.
and then like after they kind of split up or they had that gap,
Mm-hmm.
and he dated, they both dated other people, they still thought about each other.
Exactly. That's what fucked me up. Damn.
I know.
Damn.
But to be honest, if someone was like, oh, then, if you're like obsessed with that movie and that narrative, then are you like, would you be down to go back to your first love? My answer is no. Fuck no.
I
Oh,
mean,
I mean, you did, but
but but we have different. It's like okay, it is our first love, but at the same time, it's like who we were then versus who we are now is different, you know. So
yeah,
it kind of
yeah.
breaks out. It's all a
No,
growing
but your
process.
story is one in a, I would say million, but billion, girl. Like, seriously, it doesn't happen often. I
No,
tried. No, I'm kidding. I tried my hardest. No, I'm kidding.
but
You
yeah, I
know?
am quite lucky. I will say that. You know,
Yes, you
I'm
are.
I've I feel blessed and lucky that I was able to find home, what is home to me, which is Asher, and I realized, you know, what I had to go through to get to where I am now. It's all worth it. I thought at first I was like, man, fuck this shit. You know, I hate it. Blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah. But now that I'm here and I made it back, then it
God
makes me happy.
bless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Adorable. Love that for you.
thanks. You're gonna find your one. Don't worry. As I reach out to you with my
With it, oh, okay, she said,
eyes,
okay, fine, I'm gonna just show my nails because she's cute or whatever.
you're gonna find yours. Don't worry.
Honestly, like, I'm not worried in finding relationships
Mm-hmm.
in general because I feel like I'm pretty good at getting into them
Mm-hmm.
for some reason. But I am definitely not worried, but like, I am a little nervous about wasting my time.
Is it because you feel like time is passing by?
Time is passing by, and I'm like, okay, if I don't find the one, then what the fuck am I doing here?
Yeah.
You know?
It's like, well, don't waste my time.
Yeah. That's why, especially nowadays, I'm like, well, I don't want no bullshit from people, you know?
Yeah, you kind of just get to that point in your life where you no
Yeah.
longer like. We always joke about like all these toxic men and blah 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 blah. But then you get to that point in your life where you're like, you know what, I'm not ready. Like I don't care about this bullshit anymore. You know, this is not working for me. Obviously, I don't. You know, you
Yeah.
get to that point and you're like, okay, you know, you're ready to find
Yeah.
who you think is going to be the one. I feel.
Yeah. I used to, oh my God. I feel like this is another episode, but like so many manipulative men, man. So many. But yeah, I'm happy that I'm out of that phase where
Yeah.
I can just detect bullshit. I can sniff it out.
You can
I think.
smell it, the desperation.
But I think that's like mostly the expectations that I had as a kid of my
Same.
adulthood.
Did we achieve it?
Not yet.
Not yet, but we're on the way. I did achieve one though, so well, two
Woo.
technically.
Yeah. I think, but also I'm not butthurt by it either, you know? Like, I'm just like, I think as you grow older, you realize that that's just all fantasy and
Def.
whatsoever. Yeah. So, right.
I agree.
I mean, like nowadays, for example, we just talked about people don't get kids at all. Or people
Sometimes
don't
they don't
even get
even want.
married.
Yeah, they just or they have kids and they just live with their partner and then that's it.
Yeah,
and that's
is that
fine.
a thing there? Because that's becoming a thing here too, where people don't even get married, or you know, like the combo of not getting kids nor married. That's becoming a big thing here.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Definitely, like honestly, whatever floats your boat.
It's your decision. At the end of the day,
Yeah,
no matter what people say,
but
they
I
can
can't
have their
imagine
opinions.
how hard it can be with all the pressure people get from their
Society.
surroundings. Yeah, because that's annoying. Like, I already don't like telling people my goals in life in general because of the pressure that they would put on me, you know?
How much more now? Like they're
Yeah.
gonna be like, "Well, you're this old. How come you don't have this yet?" Well, okay,
Right.
relax.
Right. Yeah. But we should get into that next episode because like we actually originally wanted to talk about how to prioritize things, right?
Yeah, balance. Balance.
Yeah. Which we almost got into, but I think it's like a nice segue into the next episode about how to balance, you know, work
Yeah.
life, social life, me time,
Relationships. Yeah.
relationships. I mean, to be honest, I don't have an answer to that, but we'll navigate
Yeah.
ourselves
We'll talk through
when we
it
get
and
to it.
we'll figure it
Yeah.
out on our next episode.
Yeah, and we'll talk about like our challenges through that as well because that's kind of where I sit on
I think
for now.
me
I
too.
have challenges more than the answers, so
Me too.
yeah.
Same thing. More challenges than the answer. Feeling like
Yeah.
what is the balance? How do I find it? How do I achieve it? That's what I'm
For real.
struggling
Yeah.
with. But yeah. I think that was a
But
good
for now, be
that was a
happy
good
with
run.
what you have. You know,
Yeah.
your childhood was cute and all, but adulthood is cooler and more
And
realistic and down to
adult
earth.
money. Shmonies.
That's facts, actually.
Yeah.
You could do whatever you want with your money.
Exactly. That's why it's so dangerous.
Adult money is crazy.
It is.
Like,
Oh
I got a
my.
whole ass tumbler and I didn't even need it.
Huh?
Just for the funsies.
Bruh.
You know?
I know. But anyway.
JK. You get the vibe. But anyway, I think we're
Good.
pretty much
Done?
good for this episode. Honestly, it was a rough start.
Was. It took us 3 tries, guys. 3 tries.
I don't even know if we did our intro still, but you know what? It is what it is.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening anyway.
We're still trying to figure it out in our heads. Did we hear? Did we not?
We're like overdosing on medication right now, okay?
I had to. Oh, but my cough is mostly gone thanks to my inhaler. So
I will say my nose cleared up a little bit thanks to
the Bix.
The Bix Vapor Rub.
Bix Vapor Rub. But yeah,
if you guys don't know, this is like the Filipino staple.
Magic.
Yes. Medication haul. I'm dead. But yes, thank you so much for listening.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh, my nails. Ah!
Oh my God.
I lost one.
It's rough out here, okay?